I'm going to be fixing some problems with my fire alarm system. Hope you enjoy. So on the inside of my fire alarm system, apart from it being a bit messy, there is a few problems. The first problem being these switches. These double pole, double throw switches. Now they use screws to hold the cables. Now the problem with that, they can move around, and as they move around, these ones I've just tightened up because they were really bad, they start to fall out, and then they can short, and yeah, none of that's good. So how I'm going to solve that problem is with these eye terminals. So basically, these eye terminals, you put your cable in the end, you crimp it, and then you can just screw that on. You put your wire through, and then if it's the right size terminal, it will stop, and then you can crimp that section, and then metal will fold over the wire and grab the wire. So I will just trim this down. So that is a good length. You want to just be able to see the wire. Then on these crimpers, they have 3 different colors for the 3 different colors of connectors. What I'll do is grab it with that, make sure the wire's in properly, squeeze it down. And just like that. Sometimes the jacket will come off, but just like that, we have a good connection. Tug on it to make sure, give it a little pull. That is a good connection. So now what I can do, I can unscrew the screw on the switch, and simply screw this back on. Okay, so I have 2 of the cables down. That is the cable that silences the trouble, and then these 3, which I ended up, the first one you saw me terminate, I ended up just putting into there because they're all the same. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull the switches out so they're easy for me to get to the back without cutting the wrong cable or something. So now that I have all of these on, there actually wasn't that many. It's just because there's so many cables down here, it looks like so many. So that's the next thing I'm going to clean up. I'm going to clean up this cable. This cable especially, I think I'm going to extend it and then bring it in with these, because currently it's kind of really tight. And then these two come from this pull station, which has slack out here. So in fact, I can do it right now. I just got to loosen that gland. So yeah, I'll do this cable management now. Okay, so this is another reason why I check on my fire alarm system and open it up and move stuff around every now and then. So I was up here cable managing, and a couple of the annunciator wires came out, or the external control panel. So I opened this up to see like what cables went to where, and this switch I've been noticing, the front, it kind of moves left to right instead of up and down. And then I open this, and yeah, there you go. The whole switch is falling apart. So I need to now replace that switch. And I don't even know if I have any other switches. So thankfully this switch wasn't in use recently. It hasn't been used for a long time because it's the reset switch and it requires me to do more relay work up in my panel, which I haven't got around to yet. So yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that now. Okay, so the cable management's all done, all the wires are hooked back up, and now I gotta test it to make sure everything still works. So yeah. Okay, so main power's on, the automatic transfer switch is power, and basically I just need to turn this on. And actually, what I'm gonna do is, so that it can be open and the trouble alarm not go off, I'm just going to take the key off and turn off the trouble alarm. Okay, so we'll silence that. Now we turn it on and hope the trouble silence actually works. Yes. Okay, so we have a trouble, we have a power, switches, and a transfer switch, which is good. So now we'll make sure that the trouble goes away, which it does. In fact, these switches need tightening. Oh, that's not good. So, okay. So one thing, these eye terminals, which I didn't think about, are way too deep. So I have to fold them all down now. Okay, so out of everywhere this terminal block could have gone, I put it right in the way of the key switch. So we'll kind of just break that off, and yeah. And it closes now. Yeah. Okay, it works. So you can see that strobe, this strobe, and the silence. And the alarm light's on, and then reset works as well. So yeah, I put it back the right way, which is good. This is all back up and running. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks again for 80 subscribers. I really appreciate it. If we can get to 100 by the end of the year, that will be even better. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.